I recorded this well before the pandemic, but hopefully you can use this info when you feel safe enough to take an in-person class.
So a lot of people have been curious about yoga. I myself have been doing yoga for about 15 years now. More seriously, in the past, I would say 3 or 4 years. So I just want to give you some quick tips so that you feel comfortable when you take your first class. My first tip is to show up early. You need some time to set up your yoga mat, maybe some yoga blocks, and get a strap, and also do a little stretching and loosening up the muscles before class starts. If this is your first time, you definitely don't want to be rushing in with only a couple of minutes to spare. You want to give yourself time. Another thing you can do when you first get to class is just lie down on the mat, close your eyes, and just get in the mode and get ready for class to begin. So my second tip is to bring water. You're definitely going to need it. Most classes, unless they're a restorative class, it's going to really take a lot out of you, especially if you take like a Bikram yoga class where the room is actually quite warm. You definitely want to bring water. Make sure that it is room temperature. That's really the best for you when you're doing your yoga class. My next tip is to stagger your mats. The classes can get very, very crowded and you'll be in tight space. You may only have 3 or 4 inches next to you on your right or left or even behind you. So you want to make sure your mat comes a little ahead of the person next to you or a little behind, so that when you do some of the poses where you've got to move your arms, that you don't hit anyone or feel too cramped. My next tip is to make sure you let the instructor know that you are new to yoga. They will usually ask in the beginning of class, is anyone fairly new to yoga? Is anyone new to my class? They will also ask, do you have any injuries? Now, even if the doctor hasn't said that this is an official injury, if you're feeling a little strain in your lower back or your knees tend to feel a certain way, please make sure you let the yoga instructor know, because they will come around and give you a few different alternatives so that you don't hurt yourself or injure yourself further. And the last tip is to make sure you take off your shoes. Most yoga studios require you to take off your shoes once you get inside. You don't want to ruin the floors, so out of respect, take your shoes off. If you can, it's nice to wear some slippers or sandals so they're easy to get on and off before class. So make sure you just come to yoga to have fun and to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, please get out of the pose. That pain is an indicator that this is too much for your body at this time. If you feel that way, go ahead and drop down to child's pose, take some deep breaths, and then join the class when you're ready again. Also, try to take advantage of the instructor. They will come around, they'll ask you if you're okay. You can always get help and get readjusted by them. Overall, yoga is really about your personal practice. It's not about being good or bad at it. It's about really doing what your body needs. Sometimes I come to yoga class and I need a little more hip openers. I might need something for my shoulders. It really depends on how I'm feeling. And I really just have to listen to my body, because I don't want to get injured because I did too much. So if you're new, don't be scared. Go to have fun. Go to learn something, go to regain focus, lower your stress levels, but just think of it as a practice. I hope you'll try yoga soon. Leave a comment below and let me know, have you tried yoga? Do you like it, or do you plan to? Thanks for watching.